darn good. And here's a man whose Super Bowl history, you wonder, would he ever win? Now, would he ever lose? Eugene Robinson last night, the story of solicitation, the release, would he even play? He did start. Opening kickoff, and the star on the day for Atlanta was the rookie Tim Dwight. It's like cannonball Adderley. I mean, he just gets the ball, starts going forward 31 yards, and the Falcons are fired up. Chris Chandler to Jamal Anderson, who had close to 100 yards, ran for 13. 3 plays later on the opening drive, Chandler to Tony Martin. But Ray Crockett, playing like Tubbs, is called for defensive pass interference. The drive continues. On third down, Bill Romanowski makes a huge sack, and the drive stops right there.
Yeah, you take another look here at Bill Romanowski in the middle of the football field. A little slight twist in the middle of the field. You see him come around the tackle right there. The guard doesn't pick him up. He gets the free shot at Chris Chandler.
So Atlanta was down to the 8, but settled for Morton Anderson field goal, 3-0. Denver's first possession. So like last year, Tom, they trailed after the opening possession of the other team. But Elway to Rod Smith, 41 yards on the shotgun on 3rd and 7. 4 plays later, 2nd and 11. Elway to Shannon Sharp. Sharp, we said this morning he was getting in a touchdown. Almost down to the 1 line.
Boy, great job of Shannon Sharp making some moves in the middle of the football field, but he took that hit right there on the knee, and you saw him come out of the football game.
Torn MCL, but you see the play. They cheated William White up to prevent Davis from running, and so there was some ground in the middle open.
You had to use the 8-man front to try to stop them from running Terrell Davis at you.
So Davis, no, it's Howard Griffith, the quick opener to the fullback. You've got to get good Vegas odds there. First touchdown Broncos, Howard Griffith, but he gets it at 7-3, Denver. Broncos next possession. Elway fires out of the hands of Sharp, who tried to play with the injury. Ronnie Bradford gets the gift. So Atlanta in good field position, but 4th and 1. After 3rd and 1 goes for no gain. A sweep, Tom. Didn't make sense.
Well, the play call is unusual because you're asking the running back to take the ball 6 yards deep in the backfield, so he has to actually gain 7 yards to get you the first down.
So 3rd and 1 and 4th and 1, Anderson was stopped. Meanwhile, Elway on the move to Rod Smith. 18 yards, comes back for it. 2 plays later. Elway, early second quarter, Terrell Davis. Runs up the middle for 13 yards. At times, the Falcons did a good job on TD. At times, he picked up double-digit yards. This time, it's the beautiful Emerson Boozer-like spin for 6 yards. Sets up a field goal, 10-3, Denver. Chandler to Terrence Mathis. Crockett misses the ball and the player. Chances are it's a 30-yard gain.
Yeah, and this is a play that the Falcons ran all day. It's Terrence Mathis on the corner route. You see that Chandler has to wait for him to run the route to get rid of the football. Does a good job of it.
Mr. Automatic. Morton Anderson just draws the 26-yard field goal wide right. And the Broncos say, thank you for the gift. We don't expect Morton to miss, but on the very first play from their own 20, Rod Smith burns Eugene Robinson. He could go all the way. 17-3, and you get an advantage with the missed field goal. You go right for the jugular.
Well, vintage John Elway. The roll was away from where the ball was going. It's a long throw for John. He does a great job of getting it over the top of Eugene Robinson.
And here's Atlanta's highlight reel again. Tim Dwight waiting for the wedge, then bursting out 42 yards up to midfield. 2nd and 10. Chandler goes to the air, and on this drive, he found some success. Tony Martin, 23 yards. This time, Morton Anderson, 28 yards, right down the pipe at 17-6. That's your halftime score. 3rd quarter, Broncos get the kick. Elway and McCaffrey had no receptions first half. Be a different story second half. 17 yards, first down. On 3rd and 8, Elway to McCaffrey. Easy end for another first down. That sets up Jason Elam. Eventually, 37 yards. Anderson missed. Elam missed. Well, we have 2 of the best field goal kickers in the game. And they were Mets and Mets. So the score stays 17-6. But now the Denver defense gets involved. Darius Fairweather Johnson makes the pick. And Johnson's going to return it to the 42-yard line. Denver in business. Shannon Sharp can't play, but you know he can cheer and scream, as can Mike Shanahan applaud his defense. Terrell Davis slips the Jesse Tuggle would-be tackle, makes it an 11-yard pickup, Tom.
Yeah, you watch Terrell Davis at the line of scrimmage. You see Jesse Tuggle come through, try to arm tackle him. Terrell Davis then gets to the outside, always finishes his run with that last 3 yards.
Elam from 48 yards, no good. Wide left, so Atlanta's still hanging in. Under 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter, 17-6. But Chandler has the pass tipped by Keith Traylor. Darian Gordon with the pick. And only the play by Christian. This guy returns punts. Chandler makes a good play, Tom, to prevent a touchdown.
Well, unusual to see the quarterback bring the punt return guy down in the open field.
Elway says, all right, easy, Ed. 15-yard gain to McCaffrey. Now they change ends, fourth quarter. And how about, you heard of touchdown Tommy Bardell? It's just Howard Griffin. What, like 4 carries, 9 yards, 2 touchdowns, 24-6. And now, as Ralph Cramden said to Ed Norton, good night, everybody. Falcons again driving. 1st and 10. Chandler. Play action. Second pick of the half for Darian Gordon. He had a Super Bowl record over 100 yards of interception return yardage. This all the way back to the 47 of Atlanta. Mike Shanahan says, hey, my defense has come on like last year when it has to. Elway. The dump to Terrell Davis, Eugene Robinson. He gets juked way outside, misses the tackle. 39 yards before William White, who had 10 tackles, knocks him out.
Before we talk about Terrell Davis's power, but look at the speed as he turns the corner, outruns Eugene Robinson in the hand.
Last year, Elway did it with his legs. It was more his arm today, but you know, why not? If it's your last game, get a touchdown. 31-6, touchdown Elway. Ensuing kickoff. We told you this guy was the star for Atlanta. Every time they play a game at Pro Player Stadium, there have been 3 Super Bowls in Pro Player Stadium. There's been a kickoff return in every one of them, all by the losing team. Look at the moves that Dwight makes. I don't think Elam's going to get him. Could go all the way. Touchdown. 94 yards, 31-13. Broncos next drive, 3rd and 5. Elway, plenty of time to McCaffrey. Makes the move one way, the other way again. White makes the tackle. This sets up a 37-yard field goal by Elam. Atlanta has actually scored to make it 34-19. They get the ball again. Buck and a half to go. The dump to Jamal Anderson. George Coghill is going to make a fumble. Tyrone Braxton recovers for Denver. And for the 2nd straight year, let the partying begin in the Rocky Mountains. For a while, they wanted and questioned the play of Greg Robinson's defense. I don't think those 2 men are questioning that anymore. MVP, John Elway. 17th time a quarterback has been named the MVP, 33 Super Bowls. A marvelous season, a dream season for the Falcons comes to a close. And for the Broncos, another reign has just begun. John Elway. Is this his last time on the field? More on that in a moment, because we will go probably into spring, maybe even early summer. Who knows before he decides, but we don't have to decide this one. Elway's 336 yards passing, the 3rd most prolific passing day in Super Bowl history. The Broncos, the 7th team to repeat. Mike Shanahan, the 6th coach to repeat. 34-19. And after the game, 2 men who were very close. John Elway, Mike Shanahan, the coach, talked about the quarterback.
Most valuable player of the game. I don't know if it's John's last game, but I think there's a good chance it could be. And if you're going to go out, what a way to go out. We got a bunch of guys in there trying to talk about a 3-peat, and I don't know if they're getting to him or not, but I know it's very special.
I definitely will go into the thinking and throw a kink into the thinking on what I decide to do next year, but I'm not even going to cross that bridge for a while. I'm going to enjoy this win, and because that's what I've been working it's what he came back for and what I've been working 9 months for, so I'm going to enjoy it a little bit.